So welcome everyone to Create Your Own Calm, Creativity for Self-Care. Jayla, Kiesia, and I are all from Wide Angle Youth Media, and we're so excited to be here with you today and to have you join us at this session. We're going to be sharing our stories about how we use design, photography, and creativity to help us de-stress and stay centered. And then we're going to open up the floor to have us all kind of share ideas and tips and tricks for creativity for self-care. So that's what we have in store for you today. But first, we want to introduce ourselves. So I'm actually going to pass it over to Kiesia to introduce herself first.
Hello everyone, I'm Kiesia Alston and I am a graphic designer at Wide Angle Youth Media.
Awesome.
Hello everyone, my name is Jayla and I'm an 11th grade graphic design student at Baltimore Design School, also youth attending the Wide Angle Youth Media Program and Design Studio.
And I'm Becky Slogris. I'm the design instructor at Wide Angle Youth Media. I get to work with Kiki and Jayla every week as we design stuff together. And actually, Kiki will tell us a little bit more about Wide Angle. Oh, you're muted, Kiki.
Wide Angle cultivates and amplifies the voices of Baltimore youth through media and media arts.
Thanks, Kiki. So we are an after-school nonprofit after-school program that provides media education for Baltimore youth. And to get to know us a little bit more, we wanted to play a game called Two Truths and a Lie. And I'm actually going to let Jayla introduce this game.
Now we're going to do two truths and a lie. Does anyone know what it is?
If you know what it is, you can unmute yourself and explain it or put it in the chat box. All right, looks like it's new for folks. Go ahead and tell us what it is, Jayla.
Two truths and a lie is a game where the speaker gives you two truths and one lie, and you have to figure out which one is the lie.
All right, got it? You ready? So we're going to start with Kiki first.
Okay, I have 5 pets. My favorite restaurant is Sonic, and I am 5'4". Guess the lie.
So put the lie in the chat box, whichever one you think is the lie. Okay, so kind of split between number 1 and number 2. Kiki, tell us which one is the lie.
The lie is that I'm 5'4". I'm actually 4'12".
So that was just a warm up. That was a warm up. The next one, y'all got the next one. Okay, Jayla, tell us about you.
Okay, so I have a collection of spiders that let roam around freely in my room. I'm terribly afraid of any insects or arachnids. And for the last one, it makes me scared when babies cry.
So which one is the lie? Put it in the chat box. Okay, Mel says number 1. Number 2, number 1. Number 2. Okay, Jayla, which one's the lie?
The lie is number 1. I'm terribly afraid of insects and arachnids. I do not like bugs.
That was a good one. Okay, and here's my 3. The first is that I'm allergic to milk. The second is that I am from Michigan. And the third is that I am currently learning French. Which one is the lie? Two, 3, 1. Okay. Nice. So the lie is that I'm allergic to milk. I am from Michigan originally, and I am currently trying to learn French, but I am not allergic to milk. So Jayla, why don't you explain the next part?
Now that you've learned more about us, we want to learn more about you. Let's go around and have each person share their name and their favorite art style. Then, once you're done, pass it to someone else.
So Jayla, why don't you go first just to give an example?
Okay. My name is Jayla, and my favorite art style is realism. And I'll pass it to Kiki.
Okay, my name is Kieja, and my favorite art style is photography.
Who do you want to pass it to, Kiki?
I will pass it to you, Miss Becky.
All right, so I'm Miss Becky, and my favorite style of art or design is contemporary art. And I am going to pass it to Jeff and Jamal.
I'll do it first. Okay. I'm not real sure what my favorite style is, but I definitely like portraiture, and I guess I'm partial to watercolors and oil and acrylics.
Cool.
My name is Jeff, and my favorite style of art right now is all the murals that are popping up, and some have been around for quite a while on the sides of the row homes in the city. I love them.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, who do you want to pass it to? You can pick anyone.
Oh, how do we find everybody?
Karen, maybe? Or I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll pass it to Karen.
My name is Karen. I also like watercolor art, and then I'll pass it to Najee.
Hi, my name is Najee. I don't really have a favorite type of art, but I do use like acrylic paint for it.
Cool. And Najee, you can pass it to whoever you want.
I'll pass it to Morgan.
Morgan, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
So share your name and your favorite style of art or design.
My name is Morgan, and my favorite style of art is watercolor.
Nice. And then you can pick someone to pass it to.
I don't even. Oh my gosh, who is in here? I'm confused.
I know it's hard to see who's in here. Let's pass it to Kelly.
My name is Callie, and my favorite style of art is abstract.
Abstract.
And I'll pass it to Abel. I'll pass it to Abel.
Abel, are you able to hear us? Okay, let's keep passing it. Let's pass it to Andre next. Andre, are you able to hear us? Okay, we'll keep going. Davion. No, Davion. Oh, Andre's here. Okay, but your mic is broken. Welcome, Andre. You can put your favorite kind of art or design in the chat box. Anyone else who wants to introduce themselves? We can do it that way because I know some people might not be able to unmute themselves.
Hey everyone, my name is Taylor Clinton, and I would say my favorite art is definitely accent walls. I actually have a business called Sister Wall Painting, and I specialize in it. I did my own. But hey everyone.
That's awesome. I love that you have it right behind you so we can all see it. All right, anyone else who wants to do a quick introduction that we missed?
My name is Scarlett, and my favorite art style or design is Hagusai.
Ooh, interesting. Cool. And then anyone else who hasn't had a chance to introduce themselves?
My name is Melissa, and I love all kind of art. In my house, I have art that I've done myself, and I just love art.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you all for introducing yourself. If you didn't have a chance, you can always introduce yourself in the chat box. But we're so glad that you're all here with us today. And it's cool to see people with so many different kinds of interests in art and design. So I'm going to pass it to Jayla and Kiki to tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing next.
So we will be asking you guys questions like, do you have stress, or what do you do to cope with the stress? And you can answer the questions on the polls board in the chat.
Thanks, Kiki. So we are not able to get polls to work at this time, so we're actually going to have you respond to the question in the chat box. So the first question, are you creative? Yes, maybe, no, don't know. Go ahead and put your answer in the chat box. Okay, I see yes, some yeses and some sometimes, some no's, totally. Awesome. Awesome, thank you. Welcome, Dr. Burley. Yes, you're creative. Yes, you think you are. Awesome. Okay, here's our next question. Do you ever get stressed? All the time, sometimes, every once in a while, never. I know for me, I'm going to put all the time in the chat box. Perpetually, yes. Jeff and Jamal, all the time, sometimes. Okay, every once in a while. Okay, so what do these two questions have to do with each other? I'll pass it to Jayla.
Thank you for reflecting. And as just a reminder, everyone gets stressed, and stress is very normal. Whatever you may have chosen during the poll, whether you're creative, not sure, sometimes, or not really creative, creativity doesn't always take place in the form of art, and that's okay. Everyone is creative in their own special ways, and that is the true work of art.
So what we're going to share with you now is Kiesia and JLo will actually share what they do to be creative when they get stressed. And we're going to start with Kiesia sharing her story first. So Kiesia, you ready?
Yes.
You got this. Take it away.
Okay. All right. I began taking pictures in middle school, 8th grade to be exact. I was a super shy person and I was not used to change. I was always afraid of leaving middle school and not seeing my friends and thought my happiness was leaving me. I got so scared that I even tried changing my future by looking too far into it. I saw that I was going to leave this world someday. I thought about it for a while and would have breakdowns randomly. I was so afraid of dying someday that I stayed in the house longer and stayed away from knives or anything that could cause physical pain. I remember this one day my mom and I were driving to the store and I saw a crane hovering over our heads at a stoplight, and I began panicking, saying, "What if it falls, or it's going to fall on us?" My mom thought I was joking until I began crying, and as soon as the light changed, she tried calming me down. As the years went by, I started to think that I should do something to cope with the fear. I went outside this one night and looked up at the stars and noticed how beautiful they were. It was like a new thing. I started to take pictures of the sky, even if the pictures weren't as pretty as you'd expect. And I stared at the pictures and told myself, this is how I can save myself. What I meant by that was if I can capture the beauty in the world, I wouldn't be afraid of what's to come. This was when I started my photography account and posted things that made me happy.
Thanks, Kiki. So we're going to hear from Jayla next, and then we'll have time afterwards to ask them both questions. Did we lose Jayla? I don't see her on the screen anymore. Okay, well, let's give Jayla a minute or two to get back onto Zoom. Oh, there she is. Does anyone have any questions for Kiki about her work or her story? All right, Jayla, are you back and ready to go? Ready to share your story?
Can anyone hear me? My connection went out for a good second.
We can hear you. You're back. So actually, we just got a
Okay,
question.
good.
We got a question in the chat for Kiki. Kiki, do you still have the fears? It's a great question.
Yeah. Recently, I've been having a lot of attacks, like breakout and stuff in my room, mainly at night. So yeah. And I recently took some pictures, which was the paw prints and the pictures of the snow that you saw.
Thanks, Kiki. Great question, Jeff and Jamal. Okay, Jayla, take it away and tell us about your work.
All right. My Instagram page, It's Art Motions, started somewhere around maybe mid 2020. It's Art Motions was originally called JQ Draws around like maybe late night 2019. It's Our Motions is not only the name of my logo, but also a series of slice of life / comedy comics. I post on my page with the intentions of not only spreading the awareness of life problems and the different emotions we feel, but to also give any and everyone a little something to make along the way. Throughout my 17 years of living, I've always found happiness in making others happy through having empathy and great understanding of what they feel or go through. I see my art as a way to connect to the world creatively and on a personal level with the hopes of having people understand that they are not alone. As I grew older, I realized that it's nothing better than to have someone who's going to understand you, or even better, relate to something you've gone through or are currently going through. I de-stress by using my art to empathize, relate to, and to make others laugh for the betterment of the people and the betterment of the media. Right now, I'm just looking at my art and I'm just like, oh my God. It's a little crazy looking, but I love it.
And let me know, Jayla, if you want me to click back through them so you can talk about them.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. I would love to explain.
Okay, let's see. I'll start back at the beginning with the first series about stress. So tell us about this.
So It's Our Motions Stress. So this comic is about being stressed, and it's a little coincidence because, you know, this is what this whole event right here is about. So in the beginning of the comic, even though there's not a picture up, I kind of talk about me being stressed for a bit, and I actually talk about things I do to distract myself from stress, like YouTube, listening to music, talking to my friends. So, yeah. It's Our Motions Santa is like it's about Santa and Christmas and stuff. So in the comic, I'm just like how can I say? It's around Christmas time and I want all these presents. And later on the comic, I'm telling my mom all the things I want, and she's just like, can't get all those. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's Art Motion's Thanksgiving is about Thanksgiving. And in this comic, I talk about all the foods and stuff that you eat at Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Thanks, Jayla. Okay, so any questions for Jayla or Kiki about their work or their process? Okay, Nigea. Nigea says, was it hard for you to make that? That's a great question.
It wasn't. It wasn't. I don't think it was difficult. Like, I actually make comics just because, like I said, like they actually help me de-stress as well. Like it comes easy for me.
I think you used Adobe Illustrator to make this, or Procreate. What program did you use?
I use Procreate.
Awesome.
And I see another.
I am so sorry. Is it Nigea? I'm so sorry. I said your name wrong. Apologies.
And I see Taylor says, do you sell your artwork? I don't.
But maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future. That would be really cool.
All right. So now we want to turn things over to you. So Jayla, tell us about this next part.
Okay. Now we want to hear from you. What creative things could you do next time you're stressed? We're going to use Nearpod to brainstorm together. You can add words, images, and GIFs. You'll have 5 minutes to share your ideas, and then we'll share them out with each other.
And there is a prize. Whoever comes up with the most things will win a creativity care package from us at Wide Angle. So try to think of as many different things you can do. So I'm going to pull up Nearpod really quick. And what you will do is go to join.nearpod.com and type in this code, EA6DN, and we'll give you all a minute to log on. Awesome. Thank you. You're Najaya. Can you unmute yourself and tell me how to say your name so I stop butchering it? Thank you for helping us.
It's Nigea.
Nigea?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for helping us and putting the link in the chat box. So you should see a page that pops up that has the Healing City logo on it, and it says Creativity for Self-Care. And it looks like we have 8 people in here already ready to go. So what you'll do is when you think about creative things you can do next time you are stressed, maybe it's the wall art business, or maybe it's drawing or photography or listening to music. What you'll do is type it in the bottom, and you can also post a photo. So if you have something maybe online or a photo that you want to share, you can post that as well. And let's see, we already have one coming in, listening to music. And yes, you can name as many things as you can. Whoever names the most will get the care package. So I love this so far, listening to music, playing piano, pictures and characters, stress balls. Ooh, spending a few hours making those in your room. These look super cool. DIY yarn glue ball tutorial. You can also like when there's something on the board that you like. There's the wall art. Yes, I also love stress balls. These are great. Skincare, doing hair, doing your nails. So I'm gonna play a little bit of music and we'll give you all a minute or two to think of as many different things you can do as possible. Hello, Taekwon. If you're just joining us, we are using Nearpod to share ideas for things we can do. And actually, we just had a volunteer DJ. So Abel, if you want to take over the music, go for it. And reminder to, oh my gosh, we have 38 things. I got to get all of these. Reminder that whoever does the most things will get a wide angle care package. This is a great resource, y'all. This is amazing. Abel, did you still want to play music? Oh, it says it's not working. Okay, I'll put this back on. Sorry, Abel.
I'll be fine in a jet. I don't live with no kind of regrets. New chain, all kind of baguettes.
I heard something. Was that you, Abel?
Yeah, I be hard and lean. Good drink, I be high having sex. One time, then I'm on to the next. I'm a young boss, nigga, lot of flex. I be fine in a jet. I don't live with no kind of regrets. New chain, all kind of baguettes. New coupe, I ain't riding the legs. Yeah, I be hard and lean. Good drink, I be high having sex. One time, then I'm on to the next. I'm a young boss, nigga, lot of flex. I be high as a fiend, but I'm always clean. Going hard for the team. Young nigga just chasing them dreams. You drop in the cave with a beam. Still live a fuck nigga dead on the scene.
These are great. Thank you all.
Bad bitch stick what you walk and stick out. Shoes with the hotel room with the dick out. Let a nigga see with the ship out.
Okay, Taekwon, I thank you for playing the music. I just muted you because I think we're ready to move on. So thank you all for sharing all of your ideas. Take a moment really quickly and count how many ideas you put on the board and let me know in the chat box, because we got to see whoever did the most ideas is going to get the care package. All good, Taekwon. I thought you were just playing music for us. That was great. So go ahead and count up all of your things, all of the creative things you're going to do next time you're stressed. Uh-oh, Melissa, you couldn't add yours? Go ahead and you can count, even if you weren't able to add them, you can count how many you were able to come up with. Okay. So it looks like Abel has a lot, Jamal and Jeff have a lot, Dr. Burley. Let's see who has the most. Go ahead and count up your ideas. All right, Kelly has 20. Can anyone beat Kelly? Nija has 29. Dr. Burley has 22. Does anyone have more than 29? Does anyone have more than 29? Okay, I think we have our winner. Scarlett, you had 4, but that's okay. That's all good. So I want to hear from a couple of people what they put. Is there anyone who wants to share what they put?
I can.
Awesome. Thanks, Taylor.
So I attached a picture of my art, actually another wall that I did. But I put paint, draw, listen to music, but also listening to the right type of music, because a lot of times we can listen to music that keeps us in the same mood that we in. So if we're sad, we listen to really sad music, but you actually want to do the opposite and listen to, you know, uplifting music, positive music, or maybe just some affirming messages. I also put something fun like make TikToks, create jewelry, make t-shirt designs, different things like that.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Who wants to share next? If you want to share, you can go ahead and unmute yourself. Yeah, exactly. Great ideas. What about Morgan? Can you share what you put? Drawing while listening to music.
I said I use soundtrack to make beats and different songs when I'm stressed.
Nice. Thanks, Morgan. Anyone else want to share what they did? I want to learn more about these yarn glue balls. Scarlett, can you share more about this? This looks really cool.
I mean, it's like, do you want to know the process of making one? Or like,
whatever you want to share. They look really cool.
I mean, the process of making one is like blowing up a balloon and then like getting yarn and glue and then like lacing the yarn with glue and then wrapping it around the balloon. And I think that having those like hanging from your wall will like just add a nice accent to your room, and it's like gonna make it more like creative and more like a more fun environment to be in.
Yeah, very cool. I feel like that seeing these hanging up around you would help with de-stressing too. And anyone else want to share? What about Karen? It looks like you got a good long list of things. Are you still there, Karen? Oh.
Well, I'll share.
Awesome, thanks.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Thanks, Dr.
Okay.
Burley.
Yeah, I put a lot of different things. Anytime I have a free moment, it's self-care for me. But my latest peaceful, very relaxing thing is lo-fi music, which I just discovered. So it's really nice and soothing, and today was day 3 of actually doing meditation. So I'd heard about it. People talk about it all the time, and I think it is great to do, but I could never settle myself down to actually do it. So I've been doing just really quick ones, 8 to 10 minutes to start the morning after my workout. And it's been very relaxing. So I'm glad I finally tried it. So those would be my top 2 right now.
Awesome. Thanks for
Thanks
sharing.
for all the other examples. I'm seeing some good stuff on here that I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I think this is a great board for folks to save and return to if you ever get stressed, and you can just pick one of these activities. So I know we are getting to the end of our time together. Congratulations to Nija for winning our care package. She had the most things put. So I grabbed her address in the chat box, and I will be sending this to you. Congratulations. And just to wrap up, we want to say thank you to everyone for joining us. Please follow us on Instagram, Wide Angle Youth Media. And then Kiki, do you want to just introduce your Instagram page really quick?
Yeah, you guys can follow me at LOL. It's me. That's where I post all my pictures.
And then Jayla.
Y'all can go ahead and follow me at its_art_motions, where I post all my comics.
Awesome. So thank you all for coming. If